are very sorry. We are very sorry. I'm begging all our listeners on behalf of the Righteousness Radio. Yes, I'm begging all our listeners on behalf of the Righteousness Radio. That is why we are saying that we are very sorry to all our listeners. If you have the opportunity to listen to us today, we are very, very, very sorry. And today's program is very special because our sister is here with us today. Do you feel it? The world's been spun. Tangled threads coming undone. The opportunity now, what you have to do is that you have to start sharing. You have to start calling people. You have to let everyone know that something is about to happen on the Righteousness Radio. Don't you fear, a new dawn's rising here. The wicked fall, the broken rise. Every tear wiped from our eyes. Don't you fear, no, don't you fear. A new dawn's rising here. The wicked fall, the broken rise. Every tear wiped from our eyes. No more tears, no more pain, no more cries in the dark. The old order fades away. YaHuAH wipes it away. Wipes it away. Like to get to know you well. Like to get to know you well. So we can be one together with YaHuAH. Like to get to know you well. Like to get to know you well. If you have the opportunity right now, you have to start sharing. You have to start calling people. You have to start calling people. You have to start sharing and let everyone know that all the Righteousness Radio is on. You have to start sharing for everybody. What are you doing if you can't share it? Once you hear Shalom on the Righteousness Radio, what are you doing that will make you not to be able to share the Righteousness Radio? Even if just one person or two person, yes, it's fine. Just share. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. Make sure you share it. Inside, like to get to know you well. Like to get to know you well. Like to get to know you well. So we can be one together with YaHuAH. Have you start sharing? Have you start calling everybody? Don't you think now is the time we should be feeling? Just wanna simply say, won't let you slip away. People wanna talk about the future, don't wanna linger on the past. Just wanna reach. Because our guest is here today on the Righteousness Radio. Please start sharing and start calling everybody. Start calling everybody. That separate, build on a trust that we must stand on. Like to get to know you well. Like to get to know you well. Like to get to know you well. So we can be one together with YaHuAH. Shalom, 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 sister. Shalom, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Aki, I can hear you.
Oh, shalom, shalom, shalom. How are you doing, sister?
I'm doing well.
I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Yes. How are you doing? Can you speak out loud? Can you speak out very well so that we can hear you
Yes,
clearly?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, okay, we can hear you as well. We can hear you as well. How are you doing, sister? How is everybody? How is everything? Oh, it's been a long time on the Righteousness Radio. We are very sorry. We are very sorry. It's been a long time on the Righteousness Radio. It's been a long time. How are you doing? How is everything going? Shalom, can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you,
Yes,
brother.
I said, how is everything going with you over there? How is everybody?
Yes, we're doing well. I'm glad that we are able to have our program back and running.
Oh, praise to the Most High YaHuAH. Oh, praise to the Most High YaHuAH. Seriously, we have to be yes since. But a lot of things is just happening. Ashitan is trying to block us today. But we give all praise to the Most High YaHuAH. We give all praise to Him. We give all adoration to Him that we are able to be here today on the Righteousness Radio. So I just want you to stay with us because to all our listeners, this is for all our listeners today. Please and please and please and please and please to I want everybody to stay with us because something is about to happen. Something is about to happen right now. If you have the opportunity, share and call people. Call everybody. Call everybody. Call everybody. Yes. Sister, are you there? I
Yes,
want you to introduce yourself to all our listeners very fast before we start today's program.
to give the introduction.
Yes, 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 yes. I want you to introduce yourself to our listener. Yes, before we go to today's program.
Okay. Shalom, dear Mishpaka all over the world. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sister Lay, and I live in the United States of America. I'm a part of YaHuSHA is the Savior Assembly. We are on Righteousness Radio to proclaim the word of Yahuwah and his Torah in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach to the four corners of the earth. For the upcoming weeks, we will be reading the book of Yechesakah, known as the book of Daniel, and the book of Gala, also known as the book of Revelation or Hazon for other readers. This is our end time series of prophecy. To all of our listeners out there all over, I am so happy you can join us today. Yada Yahuwah.
Yada Yawa, yada Yawa, yada Yawa.
Start
All
with
praise to the Most High Yawa, yada Yawa, yada Yawa. Yes, yada Yawa. Oh, we are going to continue where we stopped. And last time, that is the book of Matthew, chapter 11. Right, sister? Yes, we are starting back there right now. We are starting back from the book of Matthew, chapter 11, that we stopped in our last program. So let's start from there. Let's start from there right now. The book of Matthew, chapter 11. So after that, and I want to let everybody to know that this program is in two sections. The first section is the section where our guest read the scriptures, and after that where we are going to talk about everything, that we are going to summarize everything. Please just stay tuned and so that we can enjoy it together. Yes, sister, the time is yours. You can start now.
okay. And it came to pass when Yahusha had made an end of commanding his 12 Talmudim, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their city. He sent two of his Talmudim and said unto him, Are you he that should come, or do we look for another? Go and show Yehukanan again those things which ye do hear and see. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walked. The lepers are cleansed. Preach to them, and Baruch is he whosoever shall not be offended in him. similitudes concerning Yehukanan. What went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out? They that wear soft clothing are in houses. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. Behold, I send my messenger before your face, which shall prepare your way before you. I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there has not risen a greater standing. He that is least in the kingdom of Shemaim is greater than he. And from the yomes of Yehukanan, the immersed and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the Torah prophesied until Yehukanan. And if ye will receive it, he that has ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this nation? It is like unto children, unto ye have piped unto you, and ye have not danced, and we have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. For Yehukanan came neither eating nor drinking, came eating and drinking. They say, behold, a gluttonous man, and a wine bibber of her children. Then he began to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done. Chorazin, woe unto you, Beit Sayyid, or En Kasor, and Sidon. But I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for En Kasor and Sidon, Kafar, Kafar Nakum, which are exalted unto Shemaim, shall be brought down to Sheol. For if the mighty it would have remained until this day. But I say unto you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sidon, Ab YaHuAH of Shamayim, because you have hidden these things from the wise and prudent in your sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knows the save the bond will reveal him. Come unto me, and all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take in heart, and ye shall find rest for your nephesh, your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden. At that time, YaHuSHA went on the Shabbat through the fields, and his Talmudim were hungry, and began to pluck the heads of grain and to eat, but only for the priests? Or have ye not read in the Torah how that on the Shabbat the priests and and I say unto you that in this place is one greater than the temple. If ye had known what this means, I will have mercy and not sacrifice, have condemned as the guiltless. For YaHuAH is the essence. And when he was departed thence, he went into the synagogue. And behold, there was a man who had his hand with red, and they asked him, saying, It is lawful that they might accuse him. To what man shall there be among you that shall have one sheep, and if it falls into on it and lift it out, how much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Shabbat. Then says, and it was restored whole, like as the other. Then the Parashim went out and held a council against him, how they might destroy him. But and great multitudes followed him, and he healed them all, and charged them that they should not make him known, that it might be fulfilled, as which was spoken by servant whom I have chosen, my cause, my Yakidah, put my Ruach upon him, and he shall show judgment to the other nations. He shall not strive nor cry, neither shall any man hear his voice in the streets. A bruised reed shall not quench, till he sends forth judgment unto victory. And in his Sham, his name, shall the other. Then was brought unto him one possessed, so much so that the blind and dumb both spoke and saw. And all the people were amazed, and said, Is it not this the bond of David? But when the book does not cast out devils, but by Baal Zebub, the prince of the devils. And YaHuSHA knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every malakut could divide a brought into desolation, and every city or bait divided against itself shall not stand. And if Shaitan cast out Shaitan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his malakutka stand? Cast out devils. By whom do your Yamadim cast them out? Therefore, they shall be your judges. But if I cast out devils by the Ruach of Elohim, then the malakutka of Elohim, or else how can one enter into a strong man's bait and spoil his goods, except then he will spoil his bait, his house? He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathers not with me scatters abroad. Manner of transgression and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy against the Ruach HaKodesh shall not be forgiven unto men. Word against the bond of Adam, it shall be forgiven him. But whosoever speaks against the Ruach HaKodesh, it shall not be forgiven him. Neither in the Eretz, neither in the Eretz to come, and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt, and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by his fruit, O offspring of vipers. the abundance of the lab, the heart, the mouth speaks. A good man out of the good treasure of the lab brings forth good treasure, brings forth evil things. But I say unto you that every idle debar, every idle word which men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the yom of judgment. Justified, and by your word you shall be condemned. Then certain of the scribes and of the Parashim answered, saying, Rabbi, we would see a sign from you. An evil and adulterous nation seeks after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. For as Jonah was 3 years in the fish's belly, so shall the bond of Adam be 3 yoms and 3 layers in the lab of the Eretz. Shall rise in judgment with this nation, shall condemn it, because they repented at the preaching of Jonah. And behold, a greater than Jonah is here. The judgment with this nation, and shall condemn it. For she came from the uttermost parts of the Eretz to hear the chakma of Shalomah. And behold, a greater than Shalomah is here. When the unclean Ruach is gone, is seeking rest and find none. Then he says, I will return into my home from whence I came out. And when he is come, he finds it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goes he himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of the man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked nation. People, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, Behold, your mother and your brethren stand. Answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother, and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand and toward his Talmudim, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Abba, which is in the Shemaim, the same is my brother and my sister and my mother. The same day went YaHuSHA out of the bait, and sat by the seaside, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spoke many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the cuff was up, they were scorched, and because they had no roots, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who has ears to hear, let him hear. And the Talmudim came and said unto him, Why speak you unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the Malakutka of Shemaim, but to them it is not given. For whosoever has, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever has not, from him shall be taken away even that he has. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, and neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Yeshayahu, which says, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their ayin, their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their lab, their heart, and should turn back, and I should heal them. But Baruched are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the debar of the Malakutka and understands it not, then comes the wicked one and catches away that which was sown in his lab. This is he who received the seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into the stony places, the same he that hears the debar and immediately with joy receives it. Yet has he not roots in himself, but endures for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, because of the debar, by and by he is offended. He also that receive seed among the thorns is he that hears the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the debar, and he becomes unfruitful. But he that receives the seed into the good ground is he that hears the debar and understands it, which also bears fruit and brings forth, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Another parable he put forth unto them, saying, the Malakutka of Shamayim is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the bait came and said unto him, YaHuAH, did not you sow good seed in your field? From whence then has it tares? He said unto them, an enemy has done this. The servant said unto him, will you then that we go and gather them up? But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Another parable he put forth unto them, saying, the Malakutka of Shamayim is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds. But when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof. Another parable spoke he unto them. The Malakutka of Shemaim is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened. All these things spoke YaHuSHA unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spoke he not unto them, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the earth. Then YaHuSHA sent the multitude away, went into the house. And this Talmudim came unto him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, he that sows the good seed in the ban of Adam, the field is the Eretz. The good seed are the Yamadim of the Malakutka, the children of the kingdom. But the tares are the Yamadim of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the Shaitan. The harvest is the end of the Eretz, and the reapers are the Malakim. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this Eretz. The Ban of Adam shall send forth his Malakim, and Eth shall gather out of his Malakutka all things that offend, and them which do transgress the Torah, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the kuf in the Malakutka of their Abba. Who has ears to hear, let him hear. Again, the Malakutka Shamayim is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man has found, he hides, and for joy thereof goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the Malakutka Shamayim is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of one great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the Malakutka Shamayim is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the Eretz. The Malakim shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. YaHuSHA said unto them, Have ye understood all these things? They say unto them, Yea, Alua, or Yea, More, great teacher. Then said he unto them, Therefore, every scribe which is instructed unto the Malakutka of Shemaim is like unto a man that is a householder, who brings forth out of his treasures things new and old. And it came to pass that when YaHuSHA had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, so much so that they were astonished and said, Whence has this man this chokmah, these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's bond? Is this not his mother called Miriam, and his brethren Yaakov and Yosef, and Shimon, and Yehuda, and his sisters? Are they not all with us? Whence, then, has this man all these things? And they were offended in him. But YaHuSHA said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country, and in his own bait, his own house. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief. Chapter 14, verse 1. At that time, Herod, the, the tetrarch, the tetrarch, heard of the fame of YaHuSHA, and said unto his servants, This is Yehuchanan the Immerser. He is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. For Herod had laid hold on Yehuchanan and bound him, and put him in prison for Herod's sake, for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's woman. For Yehuchanan said unto him, It is not lawful for you to have her. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude, because they counted him as a prophet. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them, and pleased Herod, whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask. And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, Give me here Yehuchanan the Immerser's head in a charger. And the king was sorry, nevertheless, for the oath's sake, and them which sat with him to eat, he commanded it to be given her. And he sent and beheaded Yehuchanan in the prison, and his head was brought in a charger and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. And his Talmudim came and took it up the body and buried it, and went and told YaHuSHA. When YaHuSHA heard of it, he departed thence by ship into a desert place apart. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. And YaHuSHA went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed the sick. And when it was evening, his Talmudim came to him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves food. But YaHuSHA said unto them, They need to depart. Give ye them to eat. And they said unto him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fish. And he said, Bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and 2 fish. And looking upon the Shamayim, he baruched and broke and gave the loaves to his Talmudim, and the Talmudim to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were filled. And they took up the fragments, and remained 12 baskets full. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and Yamadim children. And straightway YaHuSHA constrained his Talmudim to get into a ship, and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to Pelag, to make Tophelia. And when the evening was come, he was there alone, but the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the 4th watch of the night of the Leah, YaHuSHA went unto them walking on the sea. And when the Talmudim saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a Ruach. And they cried out for fear. But straightway YaHuSHA spoke unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Kepha answered him and said, YaHuAH, if it be you, bid me come unto you on the water. And he said, Come. And when Kepha was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to YaHuSHA. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, YaHuAH, save me. And immediately YaHuSHA stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, O you of little Amunah, wherefore did you doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying of a amat, of a truth, You are the bond of Elohim. And when they were gone over, they came into the land of Kinnerot. And when the men of that place had knowledge of him, they sent out into all that country round about, and brought unto him all that were diseased, and besought him that they might only touch the zikzik of his garment. And as many as touched were made perfectly whole. Chapter 15, verse 1. Then came to YaHuSHA scribes and Perishim, which were of Yerushalayim, saying, Why do your Talmudim transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, Why do ye also transgress the commandment of Elohim by your tradition? For Elohim commanded, saying, Honor your father and your mother, and he that curses father or mother, let him die the death. But ye say, Whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, It is a gift by whosoever, by whatsoever you might be profited by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandment of Elohim of no effect by your tradition. Ye hypocrites, well did Yeshayahu prophesy of you, saying, This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honors me with their lips, but their lab is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men. And he called the multitude, and said unto them, Hear and understand. Not that which goes into the mouth defiles a man, but that which comes out of the mouth, this defiles a man. Then came his Talmudim and said unto him, Do you know that the Perishim were offended after they heard the saying? But he answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Abba, my Abba and the Shamayim, has not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone, they be blind, leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Then answered Kepha and said unto him, Declare unto us this parable. And YaHuSHA said, Are ye also yet without understanding? Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever enters in at the mouth goes into the belly, and it is cast out into the draught? But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the lab proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defiles not a man. Then YaHuSHA went thence and departed into the coasts of Ain Kasor and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O YaHuAH, Ban of Dawid. My daughter is grievously vexed with a shaitan. But he answered her not a word. And his Talmudim came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she cries after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of YaSharah, unto the bait of YaSharah, who the bond was sent. Yada YaHuAH. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Eluah, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. And she said, Truth, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then YaHuSHA answered and said unto her, O woman, great is your amunah, be it unto you even as you will. And her daughters was made whole from that very hour. And YaHuSHA departed from thence, and came nigh unto the sea of Galil, and went up into the mountain, and sat down there. And great multitudes came unto him, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and many others, and cast them down at YaHuSHA's feet, and he healed them, so much so that the multitudes wondered when they saw the dumb to speak, the maimed to behold, the lame to walk, and the blind to see. And they esteemed the Elohim of Yasharah. Then YaHuSHA called his Talmudim unto him and said, I have compassion on the multitude, because they continue with me now 3 yoms, and have nothing to eat, and I will not send them away fasting, lest they faint in the way. And his Talmudim say unto him, Whence should we have so much bread in the wilderness, as to fill so great a multitude? And YaHuSHA said unto them, How many loaves have ye? And they said, 7, and a few little fish. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the ground. And he took the 7 loaves and the fish, and gave thanks, and broke them, and gave to his Talmudim, and the Talmudim to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were filled. And they took up of the broken meat that was left 7 baskets full. And they did that. And they that did eat were 4,000 men, beside women and children. And he sent away the multitude, and took ship, and came into the coast of Migdal. Chapter 16. The Perishim, also with the Sadakim, the Sadakim, came and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from the Shemaim. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the Barak it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? A wicked and adulterous nations seek after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. And he left them and departed. And when his Talmudim were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Then YaHuSHA said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Perishim and of the Sadakim. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. Which when YaHuSHA perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little Amunah, why reason ye among yourselves, because ye have brought no bread? Do ye not yet understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets ye took up, neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000, and how many baskets ye took up? How is it that ye do not understand that I spoke it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware of the leaven of the Perishim and of the Sadakim? Then understood they how that he bade them not beware of the leaven of the bread, but of the doctrine of the Perishim and of the Sadakim. When YaHuSHA came into the coast of Kesar Philippi, he asked his Talmudim, saying, whom do men say that I, the Ban of Adam, am? And they said, some say that you are Yehukanan the Immerser, some Eliyahu, and others Yirmiyahu, or one of the prophets. He said unto them, but who say ye that I am? And Shimon, Kepha, answered and said, you are Hamashiach, the Ban of the living Elohim. And YaHuSHA answered and said unto him, Baruch are you, Shimon, Bar Yonah, for flesh and dam has not revealed it unto you, but my Abba, which is in Shamayim. And I say also unto you that you are Kepha, and upon this rock I will rebuild my called out assembly, my set apart assembly, my Kadesh assembly. And the gates of Sheol shall not prevail against it. And I will give unto you the keys of the Malakutka of Shamayim. And whatsoever you shall bind on the Eretz shall be bound in the Shamayim. And whatsoever you shall loose on Eretz shall be loosed in the Shemaim. Hallelujah. Then charged he his Talmudim that they should tell no man that he was YaHuSHA HaMashiach. From that time forth began YaHuSHA to show unto his Talmudim how that he must go into Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders, and suffer many of the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and be killed and be raised again the third Yom. Then Kepha took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from you, Allah, this shall not be done unto you. But he turned and said unto Kepha, Get behind me, Shaitan. You are an offense unto me, for you savor not the things that be of Elohim, but those that be of men. Then said YaHuSHA unto his Talmudim, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his crux and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole Eretz and lose his own nefesh? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his nefesh? For the ban of Adam shall come in the kabod, the esteem of his Abba, and with his malakim, and then he shall reward every man according to his work, according to his deed. I say unto you, there be some standing here, which shall not taste of death, till they see the ban of Adam coming in his malakutka. 17. And after 6 yoms, 6 days, YaHuSHA takes Kepha, Yaakov, Yehukanan, his brother, and brings them up into a high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the kuf, as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, they appeared unto them, Moshe and Eliyahu, talking with him. Then answered Kepha and said unto YaHuSHA, Mashiach, it is good for us to be here, if you will. Let us make here 3 sukkot unto you, and one for Moshe, and one for Eliyahu. While he yet spoke, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud, and which said, This is mine, Yakidah, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. And when the Talmudim heard it, they fell on their face and were sore afraid. And YaHuSHA came and touched them, and said, Arise and be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save YaHuSHA only. And as they came down from the mountain, YaHuSHA charged them, saying, Tell the vision to no man, until the ban of Adam be risen again from the dead. And his Talmudim asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Eliyahu must first come? And YaHuSHA answered and said unto them, Eliyahu truly first come and restore all things. But I say unto you, that Eliyahu is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they willed. Likewise shall the ban of Adam suffer of them. Then the Talmudim understood that he spoke unto them of Yehukanan the immerser. And when they were come to the multitude, they came to him, a certain man, kneeling down to him, and saying, Allah, have mercy on my ban, for he is lunatic and sore vexed, for the oft times he falls into the fire and oft into the water. And I brought him to your Talmudim, and they could not cure him. Then YaHuSHA answered and said, O faithless and perverse nation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And YaHuSHA rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the Talmudim to YaHuSHA apart and said, Why could not we cast him out? And YaHuSHA said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For I say unto you, if ye have amuna as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit this kind goes not out, but by prayer and fasting. And while they abode in Galil, YaHuSHA said unto them, The Ban of Adon shall be betrayed into the hands of men, and they shall kill him. In the third yom he shall be raised again. And they were exceedingly sorry. And when they were come to Capharnaum, they that received tribute money came to Kepha and said, Does not your master pay tribute? And he said, Yes. And when he was come into the bait, YaHuSHA prevented him, saying, What do you think, Shimon? Of whom do the kings of the Eretz take custom or tribute? Of their own children or of strangers? Kepha said unto him, Of strangers. YaHuSHA said unto him, Then are the children free. Notwithstanding, lest we should offend them, go to the sea and cast a hook and take up the fish that first comes up, and when you have opened his mouth, you shall find a piece of money that take and give unto them for me and you. At that same time came the Talmudim unto YaHuSHA, saying, Who is the greatest in the Malakutka of Shamayim? And YaHuSHA called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, I say unto you, except ye turn back, and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the Malakutka of Shamayim. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the Malakutka of Shamayim. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, in my sham, receives me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe unto the Eretz, because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offense comes. Wherefore, if your hand or your foot offend you, cut them off and cast them from you. It is better for you to enter into life, halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet be cast into everlasting fire. And if your eye offend you, pluck it out and cast it from you. It is better for you to enter into life with 1 eye rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into the fire of Gehenna. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in Shamayim their Malachims do always behold the face of my Abba, which is in Shamayim. For the Ban of Adam is come to save that which was lost. How think ye if a man has 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray? Does he not have the 99, and go into the mountains and seek that which is gone astray? And if so be that he finds it, I say unto you, he rejoices more of that sheep than of the 99 which went not astray. Even so it is not the will of your Father which is in the Shamayim, that one of the little ones should not perish. Moreover, if your brother shall trespass against you, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone. If he shall hear you, you have gained your brother. But if he will not hear you, then take with you one or two more, that in the mouth of two or three witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the called out assembly. But if he neglects to hear the called out assembly, let him be unto you as a heathen man and a publican. I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on the earths shall be bound in the Shemaim, and whatsoever ye shall loose on the earths shall be loosed in the Shemaim. Again I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on the earths as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father, which is in the Shemaim. For therefore, two or three are gathered together in my Sham, there am I in the midst of them. Then came Kepha to him and said, Elua, how oft shall my brother transgress against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? YaHuSHA said unto him, I say not unto you, until 7 times, but until 77 times. Therefore in the Malakuska Shamaim, likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents. But for as much as he had not to pay, his master commanded him to be sold, and his woman and children, and all that he had, and the payment to be made. And the servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Master, have patience with me, and I will pay you, and I will pay you all. Then the master of the servant was moved with compassion, and loosed him and forgave him the debt. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence, and he laid his hands on him, and took him by throat, saying, pay me that you owe. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay you all. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry, and came and told unto their master all that was done. Then this master, that then his master after that, he had called him and said unto him, O you wicked servant, I forgave you all that you did, because you desired me. Should not you also have had compassion on your fellow servant, even as I had pity on you? And his master was wroth, and delivered him to the tormentors, till he should pay all that he was due unto him. So likewise shall my heavenly, so likewise shall my Abba and the Shamayim do also unto you, if ye from your lives forgive not everyone his brother and their transgressors and their transgressions. Chapter 19. And it came to pass that when YaHuSHA was finished these sayings, he departed from Galil, and came into the coast of Yahud, beyond the Yarden, and great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. The Perishim also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his woman for every cause? And he answered him, and said unto them, well, my apologies, Mishpaka. It seems that we have reached our reading. We have left on verse 2, and this is chapter 19. Barak YaHuAH, Ramamu YaHuAH, Hallelujah YaHuAH, Yada YaHuAH. Oh, finish chapter, okay, I can finish chapter 19. Barak YaHuAH. And great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. The Perishim also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his woman for every cause? And he answered and said unto them, Have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made the male and female, and said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his woman, and they two shall be one flesh? Wherefore they are no more two but one flesh. What if therefore Elohim has joined together, let not man put asunder? They say unto him, Why did Moshe then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moshe, because of the hardness of your labs, suffered you to put away your women. But from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his woman, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, breaks wedlock. And whoso marries her which is put away breaks wedlock. His Talmudim say unto him, If the case of the man be so with his woman, it is not good to marry. But he said unto them, All men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. For there are some eunuchs who were so born from their mother's womb, and there are some eunuchs who were made eunuchs of men. And there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuch for the malakutka of Shamayim's sake. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. Then, where there were brought unto him little children, that he should put his hands on them, and Palal and the Talmudim rebuked them. But YaHuSHA said, Suffer little children, and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such thing, for of such is the Malakuska of Shamayim. And he laid his hands on them, and departed thence. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good teacher, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal high? And he said unto him, Why do you call me good? There is none good, but one, that is Elohim. But if you will enter into high, guard the commandments, guard the commandments. He said unto him, which YaHuSHA said, You shall do no murder, you shall not break wedlock, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness. Honor your father and your mother, and you shall love your neighbors as you love yourself. The young man said unto him, All these things have I guarded from my youth up. What lack I yet? YaHuSHA said unto him, If you will be perfect and go and sell that you have, and give to the poor, you shall have treasure in Shamayim, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Then said YaHuSHA unto his Talmudim, I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the Malakutka Shamayim. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a rope to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the Malakutka of Elohim. When his Talmudim heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, Who then can be saved? But YaHuSHA beheld them and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with Elohim all things are possible. Then answered Kepha and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed you. What shall we have therefore? And YaHuSHA said unto them, I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the restoration, when the Ban of Adam shall sit in the throne of his kabod, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Yasharah. And everyone that has forsaken baits or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or woman, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting high. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Yada YaHuAH. Hallelujah. YaHuAH. And that was chapter 19. Yes, brother. Yada YaHuAH.
Finding all are insecure, opening the same door, leaving out a stubborn pride, seeing from another side. Like to get to
All praise to the Most High YaHuAH, all praise to Him, all praise to Him. We give all adoration to Him for giving us the privilege to be here today. Yes, that is a very, very powerful reading. And I'm very sorry that I won't be able to summarize the program today. Yes, we won't be able to summarize the reading today because of one or two things. But we promise to summarize everything together by our next program with our sister. By our next program with our sister. All what I just want you to do is that what just keep listening to the righteousness radio, because that is the only way, that is the only solution, that is the only way. I'm telling you, when you know that there is no other way that lead to you to our Father YaHuAH than what? Than the way of YaHuAH. When you know that there is no other way that lead to the kingdom of our Father than this way, so we have to follow it. We have to follow it. And you have to follow it with us because we have to do everything together. That is why we are here for you. We are here for you. We are here for you, people. And what I want you to know something. I want you to know something that today's program, every day we keep going, we keep pushing. Nothing can stop us. No matter what happens, nothing can stop us on the Righteousness Radio. Nothing can stop us on the righteousness radio because we are going to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes, we keep going, we keep moving. Please and please and please, one thing you can just do is to start sharing. Share to everybody, let everyone know what is going on the righteousness radio and on YaHuAH the righteousness TV. And for those that are going to our website, yes, very soon, yeah, we just keep going, just keep sharing the website, keep sharing, because there will be a lot of things there that you are going to learn and you are going to have opportunity to have on it. So please just keep following our website. Yes, we are going to see you. Thank you, family. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate everybody, everyone that listened to the righteousness radio today. We really appreciate you. We are going for today and we are using this to say shalom to everybody. Shalom to everybody. We are going to see you tomorrow here on the Righteousness Radio with our brother YaHuJoke Dan Yahu. Yes, with our brother, we are going to see you here tomorrow. Please and please and please keep listening to the Righteousness Radio. Please and please keep listening to the Righteousness Radio, because that is the only thing I can say. Keep listening to the Righteousness Radio. We love you all. Thank you, all family. Shalom, 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 shalom.
like to get to know you well, like to get to know you well. So we can be one down the barriers and be one with Abba YaHuAH. Don't wanna talk about the weather, don't wanna talk about the news. Just wanna get to the real you inside. Like to get to know you well, like to get to know you well, like to get to know you well. So we can be one with